To hot. 180.
Check. 45 the mic. Man, I got you. Man, I got you.
What's that?
First down. Here's Cousins. That's complete to Sharp. The game's first play produces 6 yards. Brings up second down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4.
Keep it up, guys. Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up.
Yellow.
He's checking Crab.
Gun.
He's moving, boys. He's moving.
Hey. High 7.
Here, guys. Fight 51. Mike 51. Strip the ball. Strip that ball.
Working out of the gun, Cousins. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Todd Davis. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game.
Let's go.
The Jets sweep to start the drive. He wipes out the penalty yardage with a good run to get it back to 2nd and 7. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on first down.
50, plant.
Walk 54. You ain't going nowhere.
Shoot.
From the 29, Locke. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Noah Fant with touchdown number 7 on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point from McManus is good, and that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This will be taken short. And it'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's two different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
Check Mike 45.
Black.
Switch up. 49. Check 49.
Running the jet sweep. This is Thielen with it. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6.
Right there.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Open man as Thielen is complete. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
51 to Mike. Nice, sweetheart. Check 50. Check 50.
6-6. Bullet high. Gun.
Motion.
Wide. Hey, seam 6.
Now Cousins. That's to Dalvin Cook, his running back. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. There he goes left side. And he will score. Touchdown, Denver. And this defense looking like they have come to play the pick 6. And just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visits. What do we hear during these drills? Pass. Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Oski. That's the interception. That means everybody finds someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
McManus's point after is good, and that'll make the score 14-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. This will be taken very short.
Let's go.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Eric Berry, the safety, comes flying in for the sack.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Cousins. That is caught. It's Tajay Sharp. And he'll get to the 29-yard line. Brought down there.
That's a gain of 10. Brings up 3rd and 7.
Hey, Mike 51.
On 3rd down, Cousins. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Quick edge.
At the 40-yard line.
On 2nd and 9, Cousins. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. They'll get nothing out of that one, and it's going to lead to a third down.
And that's when it's fun to play defense. When you're able to diagnose a play right from the beginning, get all your guys to the football, and spill the play, that's when you have a lot of fun playing on that side of the ball.
Cousins. And the throw there going to be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. And this is a beauty as that ball's going to angle out at the 6-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
25, check 25, check 25.
Hey, Haywood. Hey. Let's go.
Lock now on first down. Flush to his right. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hughes. And he'll bring it back to the 9-yard line. Suddenly it's first and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here.
Gun.
Following the interception, Cousins. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. Bradley Chubb in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on second and goal, back even further. Cousins gives way to Cook. He's down inside the 10 to the 8, and it comes on a gain of 8.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here, not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Well, if this defense can hold him to a field goal here, what a win that would be.
Not just a win on the possession, but psychologically take over the ball game. This started with first and goal, so they were in 4-down territory right from the beginning. I say you finish it off and go for the touchdown.
That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive, followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
That first down completion only netted him 3. Second and 7.
Right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there.
Yo, get it.
Here's Locke to throw. Flushed out right. He goes full extension, and he's got it. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Hey, Delta. Go.
Throwing on first down is Locke. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Cortland Sutton was the man he was looking for, but it'll be second down. So now second and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
22 jet bomber. Hey, wahoo!
Mike 55.
Yo, go!
Block again here on second and 10. Open man, Taylor Gabriel. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
They hit that crossing route really well. Excellent timing, puts it right on him, and he keeps running.
Yeah, turned it upfield for good yardage.
Set up. 18 Gator.
Check 55 to Mike. Here we go. Here we go.
Bravo.
Check three.
Set up.
On first down, Locke eluding the pressure right. A pass for Sutton is intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
A gain of 3, second down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Leave it. Ring up 48.
On 2nd and 7, Cousins. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 17 yards, first down, Vikings. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Gun.
Safety's creeping.
From the pistol, they run it with Cook. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Hey, let's calm down. Hey, let's go. Let's calm the crowd. Hey, watch the ball. Tighten up.
Rhino. We're going. Let's done.
To throw, Cousins, escaping the pressure right. Now he'll pull it down. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one, picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
You got tape.
Hey, Charlie.
51 to Mike, boy. 51.
First down, here's the run with Cook. The tackle made there by Linval Joseph.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
I can't believe they even let you play. Wide. Check.
We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
They'll try to throw now. Cousins. And this is Cook with a grab. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that'll make it 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
What you got, Heavy? Give me some.
Hey, 382, last 50.
Tight dog. 51 to Mike.
Smooth.
51 to Mike. You gonna get this?
Zebra.
Cousins from the gun on 3rd. And that is incomplete. So a couple of first downs on this drive, but it's looking like another empty possession.
And those empty possessions are certainly starting to pile up. So the adjustments that teams talk about all the time have to be taking place. They've got to analyze what's breaking down and figure a way to fix it.
Cousins in the offense is going to stay out there. They're going to try on fourth down.
I'm about to take you to school.
Hey, yo.
Check the backer.
Hey, Foxtrot.
Now Cousins on fourth down. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And he'll take this all the way down inside the 40.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down in the hands of the wrong team.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
I got him.
They'll start out here with a jet sweep. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for 2nd down.
Ready.
4 receivers to keep tabs on here. 3 of them to the right side on 2nd and 5.
55 is mine, guys. 55. Here we go.
5.
On 2nd down, here's Locke. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Denver has the first down. The play going for 15 yards.
Hey, Alpha.
55.
There.
Locke now on 1st down. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
58.
Greystone, travel.
Watch the slant. 58 for Mike. 58.
Be careful.
Clock now to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Noah Fant with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Broncos push further out in front. Solid response that time by a young quarterback. Last drive, interception. This drive, the touchdown pass.
I like how you described it solid because you don't get extra kudos for bouncing back if you're going to be a big-time quarterback. You're supposed to do that. But at the same time, when you're a rookie, that's not guaranteed, is it? Sometimes they hang their heads and they go in the tank a little bit. Not in this case. Bounced back, took his team downfield, and threw a touchdown pass.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This will be taken short. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And you're under a minute to go in the half. The first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4.
Hey, let's go. Calm the crowd.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down.
Watch the curl.
Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he's all the way down to the 13-yard line. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Cook. And here he'll get it down to the 7. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
Let's go.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
You draw corkers.
Switch.
Look at me. Zipper.
Check. Watch 54. Let's put them on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus. Slip.
Spies.
On 2nd and 11 now. Lock. It's his running back, Melvin Gordon.
Set.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now a deep ball here hauled in just past the 50. That'll put him at 77 yards receiving for the ball game. It's a first down. I guess that answers the question of whether or not they're going to try to play conservative and protect this lead in the third quarter.
And I think this is something we're seeing more and more of in the NFL. Teams not playing to protect leads, teams playing to extend them.
He's checking.
Go. Hey. Get it.
On 1st and 10, here's Lock. Looking deep for Gabriel. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. He was trying to hit Taylor Gabriel that time, but it's going to be 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock Galvin away and bring up 2nd down.
Lock throwing on target to Fant. 20! Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired up. That's a big game. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Rock it.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Melvin Gordon with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Broncos push further out in front.
Offensive line coaches always tell their guys, if we score touchdowns, that means we got to the end zone first. That's exactly what those blockers did, clearing the way for their back.
McManus to kick off for Denver.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This will be taken very short. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line.
First down and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know in the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. They're still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to third down.
Coming to you, coming to you.
Working out of the gun, Cousins. And he's got Kyle Rudolph. Cousins to his tight end, Rudolph, for a Viking first down.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. Third and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down. Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th.
Banjo.
Good routes here.
You want the mic?
Hey, Haywood.
Hey, flipper. 52.
Cousins to throw for it on 4th. Flush to his right. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. Mike Zimmer got to be unhappy with how that turned out. And the Broncos will take over on downs.
60
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Come on. Fight.
Clock will try again on 2nd down. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Now.
Throwing his lock on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Well, the Broncos had 15 fourth down conversions last year, most in the NFL, and they're going here.
Under 10.
Here we go on fourth down with Locke. And it is incomplete. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Throwing his Cousins. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. And forget that 100-yard rushing game, at least for the moment, as he'll lose yardage here and fall back under the century mark for the game. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Pick up the ball.
Now Cousins. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Wesley Woodyard, he does a little bit of everything, and this time he gets the sack. Here's Britton Colquitt now. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down.
Come on, D. Check 43.
2.
Switch.
They'll run for it. Cook. And this is going to come up well short as they stop him on 4th down. Mike Zimmer got to be unhappy with how that turned out. And the Broncos will take over on downs. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I both enjoy. We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones. It's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Say hello to Eric Kendricks. He gets the sack there.
Now, how about that? Defensive coordinator perfectly in sync, dials up a blitz, and the man in the middle, he's the one who gets home.
Big Mike.
Big Mike.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
Bravo.
Check right.
Hey.
Now Locke throwing on 2nd down. And this is Gabriel on the catch. And he is down deep into Minnesota territory. A huge play there for Denver. 51 yards. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people have pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. The quick slant caught. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time, and a 1st down. So 3 plays already 1st and goal, and they are wasting. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. A 1-yard touchdown reception as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Now McManus to tack on the extra point. just about to say he hadn't missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on fourth, didn't get it. They're lucky, though. There's no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to give a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say, maybe makes that offense feel good when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
Well, now they'll try the end around. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
Watch the run, watch the run.
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. That is caught. It's Tajay Sharp. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 17 yards, first down, Vikings. Cousins now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. To throw is Cousins. That'll be complete to Cook. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 19 yards there on the catch and run. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 42-yard line. Throwing, Cousins. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Cousins again. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Hey, foxtrot, foxtrot. Gun.
45's the mic, 45's the mic. Here we go.
On 3rd down, Cousins flushed out right. He's going to let it fly. And it's intercepted at the goal line. A.J. Boye with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And that one, Charles, is just going to about wrap up what was no doubt a dominating defensive performance.
Yeah, I don't care what team it is. I don't care who you play, whether they're strong offensively or not. Just giving up 3 points in the NFL, that's absolutely a dominant performance and one that they can build on.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 30. And he's going to score. It's a Viking touchdown.
Interception, baby, all day.
This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell and just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Let's go.
The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
Yeah, baby.
Out of bounds at the 24-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup.
They'll come up second and 6 now from the 24.
Hey, echo.
Check 55 to Mike. Check 55 to Mike.
Yo, go, go.
Field. Mike 55, Mike 50.
Look at me. Zipper.
Check tight end, check tight. Check tight. 55's Mike. Got it.
They'll actually throw it with Locke. This is the tight end fan. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first and 10. To throw it is Locke. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Line of scrimmage again to 37 as they line up second and 10.
Not today.
5.
Back to the air on second down. It's Locke. Wide open receiver complete. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
Go. 30 base.
You must be getting tired of seeing me.
Hey, exit.
54, right there, right there.
Now.
Hey, tight. 54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
Now.
On first down, Locke. Then his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. Past the 20, 10, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
All day, every day. All day, every day.
So the Vikings bringing the offense back onto the field. They'll go for 2 here.
Gun.
Watch the safety creep.
Following the interception, Cousins, he's got it. So they convert the 2. That keeps their slim hopes alive as we're back to a 2-score game.
Vikings 18. Dan Bailey to kick off for Minnesota.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This one taken from the 7. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Let's go.
First and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Ready.
The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time.
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards.
Hey. High 7. 2.
A lot going to throw it here. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, you need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
54, right there. 54 Mike.
Lock again here on second and 10. There goes a deep ball. Ends up and intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Anthony Harris. And a short return to the 6-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing it.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's second and 4.
Hey, first.
throw, Cousins. That's complete to Sharp. And he'll be out right at the 35. 23 yards the pickup there. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agree. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Run out! Hey, we're good, we're good.
Check it out.
Cousins now. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. Defensively, there's still 3 timeouts. Do you even need to use them at this point?
I think a lot of coaches do it anyway, and it seems like cosmetics to us.
Does it just send them? And now here is another interception. Picked up by Mike Hughes. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. One last shot now for Cousins. Eluding the pressure right. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen.
Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby.
Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it, and they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little